together 100 years. Yes, sir. That is real knowledge. Like this here. Talk to him. Give him something. Skin to skin, bones to clones. Never leave your mind.
Welcome, friends, family, and disgruntled listeners to the 37th edition of To the Maroon, a show about everything and nothing. And happy Maroon Monday. Yeah, I can say it today. I am your host, Danny, aka Captain Maroon, and I will be joined in a minute by my co-host, Sean, also known by his rap name, Lil X Hamster, aka Romancing the Kidney Stone. And in today's pod, we talk some Robert Kiyosaki and my algorithm's obsession with him. Or maybe it's my obsession as I continue to butcher his name, even after Googling it. It's not my fault. They just constantly throw this motherfucker in my face. And then I give a review of Gladiator 2. I know, the movie came out a while ago. I mean, it's not like I'm giving a review of Gladiator 1. But I'm always a little late to the party, and it does tie into a great new movie idea, because that is what we do here. We create. They aren't good creations, mind you, but we do create. And with that, let's go on a journey, my fellow Maroons. Philosopher, help me out here.
Give it. West Coast back in the fold, bringing the fire like that Santa in a window. Sooner or later, gotta acknowledge this game. OG balance with that Minecraft thing. Hood to hood connections all across the globe. Putting these vibes back where they belong. Been better since I stepped onto the scene. Kind of lyrics make your mama wanna sing. Unlock these doors, let me in. It's a philosopher with the gift of being. Musical tracks beginning to the end. California.
Let me tell you something.
You don't have to say anything.
Robert Kiyosaki is right. Gold, silver, Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yep.
Done. Yeah. Also, once you have one hotel, what you do is you leverage that one hotel to get a second hotel. Now, once you have two hotels, now that's the key, because you can turn 2 into 4, Sean. I don't know if you know this, but like once you have 2 hotels, what you do is you borrow. You leverage against the other hotels, and then you get more hotels. Yeah. And then once you have 4, you get 8. I mean, you're a smart guy. What do you get from 8?
The moon.
No, Sean. No, that's ridiculous. No, you go to 12 because you don't go to 16 because that's you don't double right. That's ridiculous. The moon. This is why you don't listen to random people. Everyone on the internet.
This is why Robert Ayahuasca isn't in my, feed like he should be.
It's Robert Kiyosaki.
Kiyosaki. There we go.
Say his name right as we've butchered
Say his name. Yeah.
Over and over again. Robert Kiyosaki. And now that I Googled that once just to correct his name, the algorithm has now verified its obsession. And it goes, yep, that's all you're getting now. Robert.
Oh boy. Yep.
Now I've said it out loud. I might as well just be, force feeding the fucking algorithm exactly what I want.
You're going to be on X videos one day. And then it's going to pop the number one. It's not going to be, the usual generic pornography stuff. No, it's going to be Robert Kiyosaki sitting there with a $20 bill, and he's lighting it on fire, and it's gonna say the dollar is doomed. And oh man,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, talk about a hustle. This guy has a true hustle. I mean, and that's why I'm going after him so much. It's like this guy has figured out that he just bets on the less likely thing, and if that lands, then he wins, and if he loses, he just keeps going around on people's podcasts and saying, well, it's going to happen someday. And yeah, so
Well, dude,
hey.
I feel like what he's doing is he's just saying, guys, he's like at a roulette table, and he's like, guys, it's going to be zero. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, shut up, you. And it's like, guys, it will be zero at some point. And then at some point, the roulette table hits fucking green. It hits zero.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is pretty much no one. I have never seen anyone bet on. I take that back. I have seen someone bet on zero, but it is fucking rare. No one bets on fucking zero. So, like, he's betting on basically everyone to lose. And at some point, it will be zero. And then when it does, he goes, ha ha, told you so. And it's like, dude, we don't want to hear it. Like, pretty much everyone lost money, including you, probably. There's no time for ha-has. We got it. You hedged your bet a little bit on zero. Congratulations. But zero is not a consistently good bet. It's also not a consistently fun bet. To bet that, I think everything's gonna crash. Like, I mean, you're gonna be right every 20 years or so, or whatever, right? 50. Like, at some point, you're gonna be right, but to be that guy constantly predicting it, oh, dude, that'd be so fucking annoying. So yeah, no one wants to hear it, Robert. Except that's actually all I want to hear is that voice.
Yeah, except, well, not you. Your algorithm profile wants to hear it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it can't fucking wait for. It's like, oh, he said it. We knew it. We knew it. He fucking loves the guy. He Googled him like 3 years ago, and now.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be like at some Shaolin temple or some shit, and he's going to be talking to them about like how the dollar's collapse.
Yeah.
And
we should have put our money into war bonds.
Yeah. I can picture him. He's going to like Atlantis. Like, whoa! Look at this wonderful place that survived for 3,000 years, and he's going to tell them, he's going to say the dollar's going to collapse.
Yeah. Like, well, what a utopia! Wow. At some point the oceans are going to dry up, and then you guys are going to be in big trouble soon.
Yeah. Just you wait.
Yeah. Thanks, Robert. At some point you guys are running solar. At some point the sun will explode, and then what's your plan?
No more solar.
No more solar. And then he lives for billions of years, and then the day the sun starts to expand, he's like, and they're like, Robert, are you going to be right? And he's like clutching his pearls. And
He's wearing pearls at this point.
He's wearing pearls, and each one is its own universe. It's like Men in Black. Like the galaxies. But each one is
that's a callback right there.
Yeah, I know. If anyone's listening, that is a deep.
Yeah, this is well before the Will Smith smack. So yeah.
Exactly. And he's just, the sun's gonna explode. Oh, I called it. And then everyone bows down to Robert, like they kneel, like they knight him, like the queen and the president and like the aliens and like the patriarch No, it wouldn't be. Let's be real. It'd be the matriarch of Mars
Yeah.
comes down,
Hmm.
and they all simultaneously knight Robert Kiyosaki. And they said, how could we have been so wrong?
Or Kirosaki, I thought was what it was.
They all knight Robert Kawasaki. And when they knight him, they say, you were always right, Robert Kamikaze. You always knew that the sun at some point was going to explode.
Thank you, Robert Quasimodo.
I don't know if I can top that.
He's walking with like a hump on his back, and he's lighting the $20 bill on fire because it's worthless.
Yeah, you're so right to hedge against currency because the sun is now exploding. You were right. What a genius you are. Robert Kamasutra.
Kama Sutra. There we go. Wow, that was a hard one to beat. I thought I had Quasimodo dead to rights, but Kama Sutra.
We shrine thee. Our last moments on Earth as the sun explodes, we're gonna make a shrine of you. And he's just like, as he's calcifying, he's like, that's all I wanted. Also, who's the fool now?
Oh, it's you, Robert Kutakinte.
Yeah, that might be hard to beat. Robert Kutu, yeah. Damn.
I was still laughing at Kama Sutra. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. Robert Kama Sutra. You go to a massage parlor, and it's this beautiful woman, and you're going, oh man, this is gonna be so great. I'll get this massage, and then instead of that, it's Robert Kama Sutra. And he just you don't get a massage. He just lights money on fire and then leaves. And then the place burns down and you barely escape with your life. Yeah. Like, thanks, Robert Kama Sutra.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I could dare beat
Kutakinte.
Kutakinte. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the winner. I had one for a second there, and I'm like, it's basically I'm just saying names at this point,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, well now we're doing a whole different thing.
Yeah.
So, to the winner goes the spoils.
The spoils. Yeah. The spoils.
Next topic. I'm glad you said Numidia, and this will be a good segue, actually, into my Gladiator 2 rant. So, you just said that you have not seen Gladiator 2. Well,
correct.
I just did. And just so you know, a little background, Gladiator, the first one, is one of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, like, it's up there, dude. I don't know. I was looking up when it was made. Man, it was 2000 already, man.
Yeah.
25 years ago. That's crazy. But yeah, Ridley Scott is one of my favorite directors because of Gladiator, Aliens 2. Sorry, just Aliens. Aliens too. Really, it's the sequel to Alien, but it's just called Aliens. Anyway, Ridley Scott, dude, it's just one of my favorite fucking directors, and that first Gladiator it's in my, I don't know, like top 25 movies of all time. It's like up there for me, right? So high praise. I fucking love the original Gladiator. I went into Gladiator 2 with a lot of hype. I heard it was good. Right. I'm like, okay, it's Ridley Scott directing it too, which is a good sign, right? The original director. Okay. Going to be a lot of money thrown into it, right? So,
and your man crush Denzel Washington.
Yeah, well, not mine. Everyone, the world's man crush.
Correction.
Sean. Yeah. And by the way, does Denzel do a Roman accent or an old school? No, he's just Denzel Washington. He might as well.
He's like Denzel Washington from Training Day.
Yep. He took the joke. Yeah, exactly. You might as well be going around going, King Kong ain't got shit on these spottings, you know. So yeah,
these slaves, 23-hour lockdown. Caesar ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah. Shield program, Roman. Shield program. He doesn't say Roman or shield program. Anyway. So in Gladiator 2, I'm expecting, okay, a lot of hype, you know, and I'm expecting. I've heard that it is not historically accurate. By the way, neither is the upcoming, so Christopher Nolan is doing the guy who's made, you know, Batman and Inception and Interstellar, a lot of good movies. He's doing the Odyssey, Homer's Odyssey. And there is a shot, which is going to be dope, by the way. I can't wait. But there is a shot of apparently Matt Damon is, I think, Homer. There's a shot of him wearing like a centurion hat. And people are like, oh, that's not accurate, right, to his, you know, real hat in Homer's Odyssey and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I get it. But if it's entertaining, who cares?
Yeah.
Right? It's like, whatever. But I say that with a caveat. As long as it's not ridiculous, right? Like if the guy's hat doesn't match like what it said in Homer's Odyssey, which by the way wasn't real anyway, does it really, you know what I mean? I mean, like, does it really matter that much anyway?
Yeah, right.
But with Gladiator 2, man, okay, right? They want to have Colosseum fights, right? And I get that they want to make them a little exciting.
Yeah.
There's at one point, you know, like just like in the first Gladiator movie, he has to like earn up the ranks. You know, he has to like fight up the ranks before he gets to the actual like Roman Colosseum. Like he's fighting in small Colosseums. Yeah. There's something just kind of like that. Well, the new character, what they release is bloodthirsty baboons. You've heard that right. Not just regular baboons, because, you know, baboons, they're bloodthirsty CGI baboons that are like diving, like one of his buddies like gets knocked down and like it goes for his neck and rips out like his flesh like it's a vampire. I'm like, what is going on? And it's all CGI. It just looks ridiculous, dude.
Oh, man, yeah.
At another point, they get into the Colosseum. One of the combatants is riding a rhino.
Yeah.
It just keeps going, dude, because now inside the Roman Colosseum, right? This is the next level battle. They flood it with water. There's a naval battle with fucking sharks.
Sharks.
There's sharks, Sean. I'm not making this up. In Gladiator 2, they fill the Roman they flood it with water to the point where they have multiple ships having a naval battle while sharks swim below them and eat who gets knocked below. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is
Oh my God. Yeah.
like at one point are you like, dude, this is so absurd, man? Like, you know what I mean? This is so stupid. It got to the point where I was like, I was expecting the main gladiator, like the main character, to like have a lightsaber duel, you know? Like, I was just
Oh
waiting.
yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, it's good. They should have had one where it's like Pedro Pascal, but he's like, oh, okay, you're gonna fight, but you have to dress as Little Red Riding Hood, and then they send like the big bad wolf in there, and then he's fighting
fighting
the big bad
Big
wolf.
Bad Wolf.
and and the emperor's like watching, and everybody's like they're drinking their wine, and they have their one of their togas,
Yeah.
and then Denzel Washington like does the thumbs down, and then the big bad wolf like kills Little Red Riding Hood, Pedro
Yeah.
Pascal. Yeah.
You're not far off.
Yeah.
So the Red Riding Hood later shows up. But yeah, no, I mean, it was that ridiculous, dude. I really was expecting, I was like, are dinosaurs going to show up next? Are they going to have like them fucking riding woolly mammoths? They're like, well, whatever, like close enough.
That would be fucking cool.
Yeah. Like, all right, they're riding woolly mammoths, and then like a saber tooth comes in. You're like, sure.
Yeah.
Well, why not? Yeah. And then like,
gonna be. They should have had like Medusa or some shit. Like, you fight Medusa, and then it turns Pedro Pascal to stone.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, that's it. He's dead. End of the movie.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Pedro Pascal just gets petrified. Petrified Pascal. Yeah. And then he his last gasp. This is historically accurate.
But in what was the game where you could do that? It was God of War. There was it wasn't even like part of the storyline. It was in one of the God of Wars. You had like an arena, and you just like fight. You just fight like endless hordes and stuff like that. And they would give like scenarios, and you have to fight a bunch of goat men. And one of them was called Getting Stoned. And what you had to do is you had a full bar of health, and the Medusas would attack you, and they had like tail attacks, and they could shoot venom at you. Well, one of the things they would do is petrify you. And if they petrify you, you turn to stone, and you have to like shake the controller to like shake out, like get unpetrified or unstoned. And the goal was, all right, you have a full bar of health, and you're getting attacked constantly by the Medusas, and they have to petrify you 5 times. And if you get petrified on the 5th time and then you shake out of it, you win. But if you die before that, then you just have to start over. That was a really fun and really hard like scenario. Because they would just like, if you get stoned, you have to shake out of it right away. And if you lose half a second because you shake out of it and now you're kind of prone, and then they just like knock you down with their tail attack and all of that shit. So it was a really fun scenario.
Yeah, I think that's where the holiday Cinco de Mayo came from, right? So once you shook it off the 5th time, you're like, tequila. Cerveza Cristal. I saw this random video where apparently, I think it was like in El Salvador or somewhere in Southern America, where they showed the original Star Wars and they wanted to show it with no commercials. So what they did was they inserted beer commercials during the middle of the movie. but they didn't edit
Nice.
away from the movie. So like
Nice.
the guy, you know, would be like reaching for the light, you know, the guy Obi-Wan would be reaching for the
Yeah.
lightsaber, and then instead of, you know, him actually reaching for the lightsaber, he'd be reaching for a beer and it'd be like Cerveza Cristal. And it was
What?
It was
the
so fucking ridiculous and funny. I was like, dude, there's some kids and probably adults in Southern America that just think that's what Star Wars is. That's Star Wars just randomly cuts to some beer because it's done. It doesn't cut away, you know? Like, if you didn't know any better, you'd be like, all right, I guess they're big fans of Cerveza Cristal. So good. So yeah, I don't know how that ties into anything, but yeah, no, but just the fact that the Gladiator 2 was, it was, you know, like the story was okay, it was kind of all over the place, but it was so hard to get into because every fight was CGI with like baboons and rhinos and sharks, and it was like ridiculous, dude. You know? Like, anyway, so I'm not a stickler for, oh, it's got to be historically accurate. But when it gets to the point where you feel like Zeus is going to fly down and like battle like a T-Rex, you know?
Oh, yeah.
For the final, you're just like, all right, it's just God of War. What's going on? Like you said, it's just everyone's riding velociraptors and it's madness. So anyway, that's my rant about. I saw Gladiator 2. I was super excited. My dad, by the way, they were gonna watch it too, and they did not know. Apparently, they bought the wrong Gladiator, which I think is such a funny old person thing to do. Like, apparently, there's some like remake of Gladiator or some horrible like version of Gladiator that isn't the original and also isn't Gladiator 2. And they bought it.
Oh, weird.
And they watched it. And for some reason, I think that's the funniest old person thing to do, because Gladiator 2, as you know, you haven't seen it, right?
Mm-mm.
But you know it has Denzel, right?
I know it has Denzel, yeah.
If you've seen the trailers, you know anything about it, you know it has Denzel, right? I was kind of making fun of him. I'm like, at one point, did you realize it was the wrong Gladiator? To me, that is so funny. To be like an hour in is like, when's Denzel showing up? Like, this movie kind of sucks. I mean, Denzel's gonna save it, you know. Then he just comes in doing his training day, you know.
Yeah. King Kong. Yeah. Medusa ain't got nothing on me.
Medusa ain't got nothing on me. I didn't know, Maximus. I didn't know you like to get wet. Maximus Decimus Aurelius likes to get wet with the drugs.
Yeah.
It's you know what? That'd be actually, you know what? We're making movies here live, and I say live as in it's recorded, but we're making movies here as we go. Fucking Training Day 2, but it's Denzel, same characters in Training Day, but he's in Roman times.
Yeah.
And he's teaching another Roman how to be like a warrior.
Yeah,
and all the corruption.
And
it's
Ethan, the Roman Senate.
Yeah, and it's just Ethan Hawke. Yeah, it's just literally Denzel and Ethan Hawke, Training Day 2, set in Roman times. He's like, you know, Senate ain't got nothing on me.
and there's like this, like the chimera, like the half lion, half scorpion thing coming out in the arena. And Ethan Hawke says, "What the hell is this?" And then Denzel Washington says, "That's one of my honeys, one of my dimes."
Denzel says, "You disloyal fool ass bitch made punk." I'm sorry. I love the idea of Training Day 2 set in Roman times, right? Like Denzel is now Alonzo Decimus, and he's asking Ethan Hawke, aka Jake Maximus, you like to get wet? Shit, my spotting. As they ride in his chariot all day, his all black chariot, as he breaks all the Roman numerals. I mean, Alonzo is like apprehending people selling illegal togas. Like, you can just picture it. There's still got to be a gangster named Smiley with that epic stash. He's got to change his name to like Smiley Meridius III. And it still has to end with an epic speech by Denzel. Jake, I need my denarius. Jake. Oh, okay. I'm putting cases on all you Barrios. You think you could do this to Jake Maximus? You think you could do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in the Thule Annum. Shield program spotting. 23-hour lockdown. Thanks again for listening on our journey to the Maroon.
When we die, who's gonna cry? Does anybody say goodbye? Does anybody ride? Who's gonna funk with me down the way? 100-bar episode by your boy The Train, aka the Philosopher, building back the tracks back to back to back. Believe that. Yeah. He gave it to me, so I'ma give it back. Yeah. He gave it to me. I'ma give it back. Believe that. He gave it to me. Yeah. He gave it to me. Yeah.
That might be a good end there to the recording.